From 1983 to now, I have seen cricket evolve, but the mindset to win never changed. I tell you that what win matches and what doesn't. This T20 World Cup, let's talk cricket, controversies and more on NDTV.
This is not a regular promo. This script is written by AI. The visuals you are watching are created by AI. The logo, the design, all AI generated. Even this voice isn't human. Because if we're talking about the future, we can't explain it the old way. AI is no longer arriving. It's already here. Understand what AI really means for society, for business, and for you.
From the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Hello everybody, you're watching NDTV and this is the Southern View. There's been an implosion in the Congress party with the comments of former Minister Mani Shankar Aiyar, who has hit out at every leader of the party who has some prominence within the Congress. Meanwhile, is everything okay within the DMK-Congress alliance in poll-bound Tamil Nadu? And we'll also bring you some very special, important voices on the latest from Minister Pawan Khera on Dakshin Kannada. All that and more coming up, but first up, the headlines. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates India AI Impact Expo 2026 at Bharat Mandapam. He has declared the summit officially open now. Tech bigwigs and leaders from 20 countries will be attending the summit. NDTV tracks the summit with fastest updates and biggest exclusives. French President Emmanuel Macron to land in Mumbai close to midnight. This is his fourth bilateral visit to India. He will also be meeting Prime Minister Modi tomorrow. The three leaders will exchange MOUs. Supreme Court forms a 9-judge constitution bench to review women's entry into Sabrimala temple in Kerala. The bench will begin review hearing from the 7th of April. In a tragic incident, a child has drowned during his mother's maternity photo shoot in Bengaluru. This is a 3-year-old child who died after accidentally falling into a water pool, and this happened during his mother's maternity photo shoot in Bengaluru, North Taluk. My colleague Deepak Popanna joins us with more details on this. Deepak, extremely tragic incident. Tell us, where did this happen and how did this happen?
Well, quite an unfortunate incident, like you said, Vasudha. This happened, just a couple of days ago. The woman, of course, was 8 months pregnant. She wanted to get a photo shoot, is what police sources are telling us. She had gone along with her son, her first son, who was just 3 years old. Now, while she was there, it seems like, without getting anybody's attention, the kid has fallen into the pool. By the time they realized, they knew he had to be hospitalized. He was rushed to the hospital, but he was declared dead. The father-in-law is the one who has gone ahead and given a complaint to the police, saying that he does not suspect any sort of foul play. The husband was not there during the time of the incident, is what we are learning. The police, of course, are also looking into whether there were any sort of lapses at the studio. But as of now, a case of unnatural death has been registered, and the police, of course, say that it was quite an unfortunate incident, and they're looking at all possible angles into the case.
Right. Also, Deepak, help us understand, this incident also reflects to the larger question of safety of children when it comes to areas, sites such as swimming pools. What kind of investigation, what kind of findings have the police have they been able to, conclude right now? Because this seems to be extreme carelessness on the part of parents.
Yes, for now, like I said, a case of unnatural death, Vasudha, has been registered. The complaint here that has been given to the police by the father-in-law also says that he does not suspect any sort of foul play. So the police right now are on their own. They say that they are looking into whether there was any sort of negligence from the mother or from the studio, whether there could have been more safety precautions that could have been taken by either one of them. These are aspects that is being looked into. But as of now, as far as the case in itself from the police's perspective is concerned, it's a case of unnatural death that they've registered, and whether this will be converted into any case of death due to negligence, this is something that is not clear at this point in time, but nonetheless quite an unfortunate incident. It's a young boy life that has been lost here. Could it have been averted by probably being a little more careful, cautious, either by the parent itself or by the studio where this photo shoot was happening? These are questions that definitely arise.
Right. Thank you, Deepak Bopanna, for joining us with those details. And this must be a very, very difficult time for the family of this little child that has died during his mother's maternity photo shoot, and our prayers are with the parents, with the relatives, with the family members of this child. Moving on to other stories now. Former Minister, Congress leader Mani Shankar Aiyar has stoked a controversy yet again by saying that it is the LDF that is poised to win Kerala elections yet again. He said that UDF is fighting amongst itself and it does not really stand a chance, although he has also clarified that he wants the UDF to win in Kerala. But the meat part of his conversation with several reporters throughout the day was also the attacks that he has launched on several leaders of the Congress party, including K.C. Venugopal and chief spokesperson of the Congress party, Pawan Khera. Pawan Khera has been termed a puppet by Mani Shankar Aiyar, while he has also called K.C. Venugopal a rowdy. He has questioned the kind of responsibilities that have been given. And it is up to the credit of these Congress leaders, K.C. Venugopal, Pawan Khera, that they've not really attacked Mani Shankar Aiyar. In return, the Congress has distanced itself from the remarks of Mani Shankar Aiyar, saying that these are just personal views and they do not reflect the views of the Congress party.
In the presence of the Chief Minister, who I'm sure will be the next Chief Minister, Pawan Khera has said 2 years ago that I do not represent the Congress in any capacity whatsoever. So it's not new. He is a tattoo, a puppet. I am in the Congress party. I haven't left it. But of course, if Pawan Khera is going to expel me, I'll happily go outside and kick his backside after I left.
അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ വ്യക്തിപരമായ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ മാത്രമാണ്. പാർട്ടിയുടെ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ തീർത്തും വ്യത്യസ്തമാണ്. അത് ഇന്നലെ AICC കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. That's all.
The Congress veterans, first family retainers like Mani Shankar Aiyar and others are saying that Congress is not going to win Kerala elections. It is another thing that they won't accept the truth that the BJP and the Kamal is rising. We have seen how BJP has won mayoral elections. We have seen how BJP has got a historic mandate in the capital of Kerala. But the fact of the matter is that Congress party, despite having one of the family members, Priyanka Vadra, as an MP from Kerala, is not going to be able to win.
Well, this is not unusual of Mani Shankar Aiyar to issue such statements, but this time is far more vitriolic. My colleague Ashwin Nandakumar, who got that first interview with Mani Shankar Aiyar, joins us now. We also have author and senior journalist Rashid Kidwai joining us. Thank you both of you for being part of this broadcast. Ashwin, to you first. You met Mani Shankar Aiyar in the morning today. Clearly, I do think that Congress party sometimes has too much democracy. A man has called, he has attacked and he has name called, and he has, he has said, he has used the worst of words for leaders of such prominence in the Congress party. What was his mood like? What was he triggered by? And, what was your impression of talking to him today morning?
Vasudha, for the last 2 days, Mani Shankar Aiyar was in Kerala. He has been vociferously supporting the CPM, the left government here, and taking on the Congress party. He has taken on almost all of his senior colleagues, whether it is Shashi Tharoor, whether it is Pawan Khera, Jairam, Ramesh, to even Ramesh and KC Venugopal. But what is also interesting, in fact, in the evening, he had a press meet. So I asked him a specific question, which party do you want to join? To which he said, and the answer was quite surprising. He said, no party would want to take me. Even Pinarayi Vijayan is very intelligent. He will never take me in the CPM party. So therefore, what he is speaking, the reason why he is doing this is absolutely a complete confusion in itself. And that is where we see every Congress party member in the state of Kerala has given a very standard response to his criticism of the Congress party. And they have all stated off record that what he says will not affect the mandate in the state of Kerala in the elections that are upcoming, and they do not want to speak any further. But certainly he, I have heard at least 2 hours of his speech to the media today, and certainly something is missing in the man, and whatever he's saying, he's absolutely contradicting himself at different points.
Absolutely,
that's what the reading is.
That's true, and a very pertinent observation that he's been giving out these interviews today. Thank you, Ashwin, for joining us. Rashid, so much to talk about here, but at a personal level, I do feel that this is a man who feels a certain sense of angst, bitterness. He's a senior congressman who probably has a lot of disgruntlement, and the way he's attacking his colleagues is quite shocking. But I do have to give credit to all of these people who have not responded to him, saying that it's a personal view. How do you see this as somebody who has observed the Congress from all sides? How do you see the latest meltdown of Mr. Aiyar?
So, Vasudha, I have known Mr. Mani Shankar Aiyar. I value him as a very good, accomplished writer, career diplomat, etc. Mani is guided by a sense of heart, a very strong sense of heart. Simple things like his book release on Rajiv Gandhi, where he made a defense of Rajiv Gandhi years as Prime Minister, whether it was handling of Babri or Shahbano or any that IP as we call it, and none of these family members came to attend his book launch, and so there was a lot of history to it. See, one day he told me, I asked him, how is it to be, how do you compare Rajiv Gandhi time to the present? And he said, us time mein arsh pe tha, farsh pe tha. I was on cloud 9, now I'm at the rock bottom. Mani was an A-lister Congress leader. He represented Congress ideology in terms of foreign policy, many of those Panchayati Raj, a lot of things around Rajiv Gandhi. Today he is not from A, he has come to almost Z. So that, and look, constitution, from the Congress party constitution point of view, Mr. Khera had no locus standi to say that he's not part of Congress. That is something for the AICC Central Disciplinary Committee. He's been a former union minister, a member of CWC.
But Respect Kidbhai, all of that is also because he's seen as somebody who often shoots his mouth off, and there have been instances in the past, from Chaiwala to a lot of other instances where the BJP in some ways has gained some advantage, right? And my question to you is also, when he says that I am a Rajivian and not a Rahulian, what does that mean? Because which means, I was talking to Ramesh 2 days ago, and he said that Rahul Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi are very different because Rajiv Gandhi had a certain sense of approachable warmth, and Rahul Gandhi is an idealistic man like Jawaharlal Nehru. When Mani Shankar Aiyar says that he's not a Rahulian, what does that mean?
Yeah, so I think, I saw that your interaction with Ramesh Chaninthala, and of course, Ramesh ji is absolutely right about this observation. See, Rahul Gandhi is a little aloof. So for months and years, Mr. Aiyar has not had an audience with either Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi. One day, he had gone to campaign for Priyanka in Vineyard election. At that time, Priyanka spoke to him and thanked him, etc. But, his communication with the Gandhis is near zero. And I think he's very upset about it because he thinks that he was just a kind of telephone call away. He's a Rajiv Gandhi loyalist, and therefore he thinks that he was #1 leader in Rajiv Gandhi era and much later, and he fought a lot of battle for the Congress, for the Gandhis, so to say, show them in good light, and suddenly he's been made persona non grata. So I think he's feeling a bit jilted, a sense of hurt. He's very angry and very upset, and in effect he's doing now about what you're asking about thing that he makes off the cuff and a very kind of unkind cuts. That has been the case. He called that AICC treasurer Ajay Makan as BA pass, because Mani is a Stephanian and he thinks that Makan coming from Hansraj College and all was a sort of low life or something like that. So that is what he always conveys. He always has a punch. But Congress has known him for that.
Mr. Khera, it's also probably a reflection of how times change and how even politics should remind us that nothing is permanent. This probably Mani Shankar Aiyar at one point was a powerful minister, and today he probably is looking for attention. How do you look at the way the Congress leaders have also responded to his comments? Clearly, I saw only KC Venugopal responding to this, saying that this is a personal view. Mr. Khera has not even responded to it. And when I asked him, he said, I'm not going to talk about this because, why should I take him on? It's not my job. So clearly, how do you look at the way Congress leaders have responded to Mani Shankar Aiyar's comments?
I think this has added, fuel to fire. Actually, had Jairam, Ramesh, had somebody with some kind of, heft and stature had spoken about Mani Shankar Aiyar, maybe a Congress president or someone, it would have been, a proper in fitness of things. See, Mani is, as I said, he's been from, he left, his career in foreign service to join Rajiv Gandhi and fought election, won, and been, he was the voice of Rajiv Gandhi in many ways, and Panchayati Raj and all was all his idea and his creation. In that context, Mani, felt that he should have been, better, even if he was to, asked to, quieten down or not to say things and all. Some senior leader should have said it, not Pawan Khera. I think this is one thing, and he thinks that Mr. Jairam Ramesh is behind all this.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kidwai, for that wonderful perspective. This clearly could be the case of a man feeling a sense of angst and feeling a lot jilted for not being rewarded for his services. We don't know what has really happened, but clearly this has been a day of implosion within the Congress party, with Mani Shankar Aiyar issuing those statements against many of his party colleagues, and those colleagues not even responding to what he has said. Moving on to the state of Tamil Nadu, after both Congress MPs Mani Shankar Aiyar and Karthi Chidambaram sent out cryptic messages to the DMK over seat sharing math ahead of the polls in Tamil Nadu, an upset Tamil Nadu Congress chief is now rushing to douse the fire. Just ahead of the polls, Tamil Nadu Congress Chief Selva Perandagai is seeking a meeting with Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, urging his intervention in this matter. Remember, there have been back-to-back comments from the Congress MPs over seat share. The Congress has made it very clear that this time it wants not just seats but also respect, and it also wants power to be shared once the DMK comes back to power. Now, in a veiled comment over seat share, Congress Sivakasi MP Karthi Chidambaram had said that the DMK must cut cake and also share it with its allies. Tamil Nadu is not known to have governments that have shared power, and the DMK has made it very clear that it will be just a DMK government if the DMK alliance comes to power. Now, this comes after Congress MP Mani Shankar Aiyar had stated that Congress members should be given due respect in the DMK alliance. Now, BJP and AIDMK have been quick to mock the Congress and the DMK over the huddle in seat-sharing talks and the delay.
There are 234 seats. All parties you have to cut the cake and share it among all parties within the coalition.
Right.
We'll have to see whether new partners are coming in. People have contested a certain number of seats the last time. He's clearly identified two political parties as something which he cannot have any kind of relationship or alliance with. And he's identified the DMK and the BJP. So that rules out both the fronts for him. So he has to only be a third front. He'll secularly break votes.
சார், எனக்கு தெரியாது சார். எங்க அகில இந்திய காங்கிரஸ் கமிட்டி தலைமை என்ன வழிகாட்டுகிறதோ அந்த வழிகாட்டுதல் படி இயங்குறவன் தான் செல்வ பெருந்தகை, தமிழ்நாடு காங்கிரஸ் கமிட்டி தலைவர். அகில இந்திய காங்கிரஸ் கமிட்டி என்ன எங்களுக்கு வழிகாட்டுதல் கடந்த 17ஆம் தேதி சொல்லுச்சு? யாரும் பொது வெளியில் கூட்டணியை பற்றி பேசக்கூடாது. கிளியரா ராகுல் காந்தி அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார், மல்லிகார்ஜுன கார்கே அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார், வேணுகோபால் அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கார். இப்போ ராகுல்ஜியை விட மல்லிகார்ஜுன கார்ஜியை விட யாராவது பெரியவங்க இருக்கிறாங்களான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல.
How long should Congress wait? They have no respect. As an ally, their respect is lost long back. Despite repeated signals, repeated attempts, forming a committee almost 45 days, if DMK has not listened to any of their requests, nor heeded to their requests, clearly shows that they are in the wrong place. If there is an iota of self-respect left with Congress, they should have left the ally long back. But having said that, this ally is done and dusted.
Okay, joining us now is Selam Dhanidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. We have R.K. Radhakrishnan, associate editor, Frontline. We also have Vijay Dharini, who is ex-MLA and BJP leader. Ramsamy Mayappan joins us. He's a political analyst. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. R.K., starting with you before I go to the political spokespersons, how do you see the latest flashpoint? Because it looks like the Congress wants to do something, but it also doesn't want to do what it wants to do. And now with this 5,000 bonanza and the DMK also in some way sensing that it has a little bit of momentum on its side, is the Congress in a dilemma now in terms of consolidating its alliance or seeking respect or seat or whatever it wants to?
Vasudha, thank you for the opportunity, and friends, lovely to see Dharani and of course all my friends. The problem happens to be that the Congress has already lost at least a few seats now, even before the election has been announced. See, on the ground, what I hear from the DMK leaders, what I hear from the ADMK leaders themselves happens to be that, this will not gel any longer, given the kind of rhetoric that is coming from the ground. You would have heard the uncouth attack on Jyotimani, against which an FIR has also been filed now. Jyotimani herself has shared what was spoken against her on her X platform and all of that. So there is a problem. I think the Congress leadership must step in and control this. People like Karti Chidambaram, who desperately tried to become the TNC chief, or even Manikam Thakur, who for some reason is just not stopping to talk, are the problems in the alliance. You look from the DMK side, who is talking? MK Stalin spoke to a television channel and said that seat sharing will not work in Tamil Nadu. I think the debate ended there. And anything more, I mean, Selva Perundagai's visit to Delhi is a last desperate attempt to shut up all these people. Otherwise, the alliance will not work. One more week of this, and I think the alliance is as good as dead.
Okay, I want to ask you, what does the Congress gain out of this? But let me bring in other spokespersons. Selam Dhanidharan, just the optics of it, the fact that the Congress is repeatedly complaining that it doesn't have respect, it doesn't have what it needs from you, does that affect the DMK in some ways?
No, see, I think you're wrong in saying Congress says there's no respect. There are very few individuals in their personal capacity, whatever could be their motive, are saying some random things. One such being there's no respect. But my chief minister refers to Rahul Gandhi as his younger brother, and Rahul Gandhi calls my chief minister as his elder brother. And people in the position, Selva Perundagai, for example, the TNCC president, has time and again gone on to say that the alliance with the DMK will continue and there is no friction at all. And he says no one should speak anything against the alliance. And even the Congress High Command, Kharge and Rahul Gandhi, after all the Tamil Nadu Congress functionaries met the High Command, has made it categorically clear that no one in the party should speak anything about the alliance. That is, that Congress will set up a high-level committee, DMK will set up a high-level committee. This committee will report to the respective heads, and then they will make decisions on the alliance. And this alliance is going on for last 21 years. And any alliance, even business partnership, there will always be expectations, right?
But Selam Dhanidharan, the fact that Rahul Gandhi has still not spoken about this, but he has, tweeted to Vijay on multiple occasions, also shows that there is some certain sense of ambivalence when it comes to what he thinks, right? Quickly respond to that before I go to others.
No, my chief minister also tweeted on behalf of Vijay. My chief minister said that censor board is acting like EDC by income tax. I have spoken in support of Vijay. See, they're two different things. Vijay, a politician, is different, but Vijay, a citizen of India, resident of Tamil Nadu, being unfairly attacked, of course we'll raise questions. We will raise it to anyone. Okay. Anyone. Even if the BJP spokesperson has been unfairly treated by BJP itself, then my chief minister will raise his voice.
Okay. So Vijay Dharini, what is the BJP's observation of what is happening in the Congress-DMK alliance?
We could see that this Congress party is being treated like a slave by the DMK. So normally, I was an ex-MLA of the Congress party. I pretty well know that DMK treats every Congress MLA or MP or even district presidents like slaves. They don't treat them properly. The respect what they command and demand is very rightful, because the way they are treated very badly, and even not even a notary public they'll give. They won't even give one assistant public prosecutor. They won't even give one Senate member, syndicate member, nothing. Zero for Congress. And Congress is treated very, very badly, even during sheet sharing and other things.
Okay.
So normally, Congress, down the level, all the cadres have that feeling that they should break their ways with DMK.
There is truth to this. When I speak to cadre, I know that there is a certain sense, at least amongst many of them, they do feel that they don't have the respect that they deserve. And in TVK, they did see a little bit of hope. But clearly, times are also changing. Let me get in Ramasamy Mayappan here. Ramasamy Mayappan, how do you... Salem, I'll come to you in just a bit. Ramasamy Mayappan, how do you see the present situation here? Do you see the Congress benefiting in terms of at least the seats that will be allocated to it?
See, I very much doubt that. So it comes from a history where the DMK stands. DMK, even when it's been in its back foot, let's take the 2011 election, assembly election, when they were behind, they did not share power at that point. But when they need to demand at the UPA front, either in 2004 or 2009, they demanded. In fact, I remember Mr. Karnataka, the then chief minister, staged a walkout, went back to the state, and then decided that if proper portfolios are not provided in the second UPA, then they would not be supporting the Congress. Even those dramas were played. But then the reverse is not true. And internal party democracy is also lacking within the DMK. So they do not respect relationship in the same manner that others do. They think Congress is only fending off their back and is a beneficiary, but they're not seeing, even if it's a 3% vote in each constituency, that's gone on to benefit the DMK.
Okay.
And the DMK...
Yes. That's a very interesting observation. RK, I'm giving you the last word before I get in a little bit of time for Salem Dhanidharan. RK, a lot of people tell me that it is the Dalit vote and the minority vote which could actually be an important combination to prospect, to increase prospects of any side. The fact that this is in question considering DMK, where do you see these two votes? Do you see any changes in that, dynamic?
Thank you for the question, Vasudha. It's a very important question in Tamil Nadu. It appears that Vijay has some traction among the Christians, especially at least those who are in the power structure of the Christianity as it exists today, the bishops and the others. They seem to have a liking for Vijay. Vijay also is C. Joseph Vijay, so that also exists. So there appears to be some minority shift towards definitely Vijay. Of course, SC also, vote bank also, there seems to be Dalit vote bank, seems to, at least Northern Tamil vote bank, there seems to be some movement towards Vijay. But we will not know these things unless and until we hold an election and Vijay actually contests an election, number one. Number two, Vidudalai Chiruthaigal, VCK, Thirumavalavan's party is still strong in the north. Given that, and given the fact that they are on the ground almost every day trying to fight the atrocities against SCs, I don't know if the crowds that show up for Vijay will actually vote for him or prefer the VCK in these constituencies.
Okay, Dhanidharan, you quickly wanted to make a point. 10 seconds.
See, I think it's absolutely wrong to say that what is reflected by 2 or 3 individuals is the opinion of the Congress, because I'm speaking to a lot of people within the Congress, and they are very much they want the alliance with the DMK party. And with regards to 1 or 2 individuals saying that they incline to TVK, it's a personal opinion, and there's a saying, right? Known devil is better than unknown angel. That's about it. Okay. It's an alliance that will continue, whatever may happen, however.
Right. So DMK clearly speaking from a position of strength here. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. But yes, Congress is also trying to flex its muscle in poll-bound Tamil Nadu, with several voices saying that they may want a recheck of the alliance that exists with DMK. Of course, that question remains settled now. But yes, the Congress chief of Tamil Nadu is in Delhi to meet with senior leaders. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our
flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। पी मार्क द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933।
सरसों से सरसों।
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
Expert advice. The latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your Automate.
Across innovation, economy and ethics, he is shaping technology that defines the next era of growth. Meet James Manika at the NDTV In.AI Summit, 18 February on the NDTV network in partnership with Startup Policy Forum.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे, BJP आसपे।
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে।
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। पी मार्क द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933।
सरसों से सरसों।
The sharpest minds driving the global AI narrative. Policymakers, founders, technology leaders. Global perspectives, Indian priorities. The definitive conversation on AI. 18th February, New Delhi. NDTV In.AI Summit 2026 on the NDTV network in partnership with Startup Policy Forum.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
As a leading voice in open technology, she is shaping how AI remains transparent, trusted, and accountable. Meet Amanda Brock at the NDTV In.AI Summit, 18th February on the NDTV network in partnership with Startup Policy Forum.
Welcome back. Karnataka Congress leader and Minister Priyank Kharge has come out and said that the environment in Karnataka, northern Karnataka, Dakshin Kannada, coastal Karnataka is not conducive for investment. That's the big statement that he has made, and the reason that he has cited for the same is communal polarization and hate speech, which is seemingly spooking companies from investing in coastal Karnataka or Dakshin Kannada as we call it. Now, there have been past instances of communal disharmony in coastal Karnataka, which are a cause for concern, that's what he said. The hijab controversy from the past, where protests erupted against college students wearing hijab, which was countered by saffron groups and right-wing slogans. Politics has also erupted over Priyank Kharge's remarks now, as Karnataka BJP chief B.Y. Vijayendra has hit out over the Congress leader's comments. Vijayendra has questioned why Kharge should speak like this. He has asked him questions on the low quality of education and also the rising out migration in Kharge's own constituency of Kalaburgi in northern Karnataka.
Have expressed the apprehension some of the IT companies have had to invest in coastal Karnataka because of fringe groups and communal
for any investment to come anywhere, we need conducive environment. Whether it is in UP, whether it's in Gujarat, or whether it's in Karnataka. All I am saying, or I have said it this even in Bengaluru, that the coastal Karnataka has immense potential, economic potential. But political leaders and religious leaders should control their speeches. They should work together to ensure the region develop. What is wrong with that? Isn't it a fact?
Let him answer why Gulbarga and Kalyana Karnataka in the SSLC and PUC result, why this region is in the last position. Why economically this region is still underdeveloped. Why in spite of spending thousands and thousands of crores, why the children and youths are going to Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Goa and other states for employment. Why no industries is coming to Gulbarga and Kalyan Karnataka region. So my request is, being a responsible minister, he should address the issue of his region. Being a responsible minister and the district in charge minister for Gulbarga, he should address those issues.
Welcome back. A political storm has erupted in the state of Karnataka after Minister Priyank Kharge suggested that communal tensions in coastal Karnataka may be making investors cautious. Now, these remarks have triggered pushback from industry-wide and the opposition, raising a larger question. What really drives investment decisions? Is it perception? Is it politics? Or is it policy? To decode the economics behind the rhetoric, we have with us industry veteran Mohandas Pai. Thank you, Mr. Pai. Always to have you on the show. Whatever Mr. Priyank Kharge said today, Mr. Pai, do you see this as reflection of what the reality is, a genuine concern, or just shifting of the blame?
I think Priyank Kharge should not have made the statement. He's an IT minister. He understands what is happening in Karnataka. He's a politician. The fact that the whole of South Kendra, the coastal, it has gone to BJP must be rankling him. And he's making all these comments. I mean, all of us, including Priyank Kharge, have been to Mangalore in the last 3 months. There have been 2 or 3 big events. He has come there. And the mood is very positive. What is wrong with South Kendra? In South Kendra, you had the SDPI. That from Mallapuram, which has now been banned by the government of India, send their cadre there to create trouble. All this hijab thing happened there because of their instigation and their trouble. They are creating communal tension, but the people of South Kendra did not want. Even the Muslims of South Kendra did not want that. They were creating all this trouble, instigating some girls to put up hijab and creating a global outcry. As if hijab has been banned, no hijab has been banned, nothing has happened. Life goes on. Right now that they've been banned, there has been total peace in that area. There are some 1 or 2 local crimes which happen in every district. And apart from that, there's an upsurge of interest in jobs, upsurge of interest in technology. There are 30,000 IT people working there, 250 companies. And every year, 8 to 10,000 more jobs are being created. They got a program called Silicon Beach, which is run by Rohit Bhatt. And Rohit Bhatt and his people are doing a great job. They opened some 2,500 seats in terms of space for people to come, and there are a lot of inquiries going on. Anybody goes there. And lastly, South Kendra district has got the second highest per capita income in and the district GDP in Karnataka after Bangalore. And is the district the richest human capital.
Okay. But Mr. Pai, as somebody who does not understand Karnataka as well as you do, help us understand, we've all seen the Mysuru Infosys campus. It rolls out lakhs of trainees every year. Are there any legacy issues associated with Dakshin Kannada? A campus like this was not really, foreseen in Bangalore, although Bangalore has so many IT companies. Are there some legacy issues with regard to the socio-political climate in Dakshin Kannada? Because that region has seen unrest for several years now.
Look, what you call as unrest is a small event that happened there. If you go there every month, you'll not even feel it. I'm telling you, it's like a flooding in Bangalore. Okay. Bangalore has 850 kilometers of area. Okay? That's one thing. In 1 kilometer, because of drains getting blocked, there was water. And that became Bangalore in floods, people going in boat. What kind of rubbish is that? It's 1 kilometer in one part of Bangalore. All right? I mean, they exaggerate everything, and the rest of us are going happily around your work. It happens once in a while because Bangalore, the corporation is broke. They've got a very bad governance. Everything, they cleaned up. Maybe it'll happen again. So I think South Kendra district has been having this event and they get blown out of proportion. But the key thing was SDPI was instigating. They were creating communal trouble for a long period of time. Government of India banned them, and now there is peace. But I would expect a minister to support job creation, support technology. He has been there. He has made speeches. I've been there with him. And there's been no trouble. Many people are coming there. Many people are doing work. And he should support everybody else. He should look after his own constituency, Kalburgi, which he has represented here and his father represented for 30, 40 years, which happens to be the poorest district in Karnataka, and not make comments about South Kendra. We're all very upset and angry and upset. Right. All the people of South Kendra and Udupi are angry and upset at the minister deliberately trying to create a fear about communal politics in that particular area when it doesn't exist.
Okay. So you're saying that there's no communal profiling of the place, Mr. Pai, because, as a young woman, I remember getting very worried when the Ram Sene incident happened. How is the situation in Dakshin Kannada right now? Help us understand realistically, and how friendly is it for investors?
Well, I think you should talk to people. I would suggest you talk to Rohit Bhatt and some of the people there who put up business enterprises. There's a Danish company there with 800 people in IT. Talk to them. And there are other people who talk to them directly and they will tell you. Well, I go there once in 3 months. I talk to them. I'm trying to help them grow. Because, Infosys went there in 1994. It's got a campus for 8,000 people. There are 4,000 or 5,000 people there. The problem with South Kendra is the state government did not provide the necessary infrastructure and market. All of them sit in Bangalore and say, we'll market outside Bangalore. So what do they do? For example, we had gone to government and said, set up an incubator in Hubli Dharwad, like T-Hub. I mean, they say, yes, it doesn't happen. Now, in the last year budget, 25-26 budget, it's been included, but there's no work on the ground. And then they said that there's an STPI there, they'll build something on 3 acres of land. And then they put a tender out to bid to say that you can come and bid and build, but you can't mortgage the land. Which private sector fellow will come? We don't mortgage the land.
Right.
I mean, they should market, they should invest. You should ask Priyank Karge, what has he invested in the last 10 years outside Bangalore? And ask him, it's a failure of the government that they're not investing enough. We told them, invest in a T-hub-like thing in Hubli Dharwad, in Mysore, in Mangalore, in Belgaum and Kalburgi. Create space, create business parks. Because when people come, they want space. Do all that. You got to market, create a positive climate. Give them money to build infrastructure. It's only talk. They budgeted. We had a LEAP program last year with 1,000 crore budget. And they said we'll give 200 crores. The 200 crores till today, not much has been spent. I sit in meetings, not much has been spent. I want to know what the minister is doing to spend that money. He should be leading this. He should be making a positive impact on Hubli Dharwad, Mangalore, Mysore, Belgaum every time. He's a minister. And instead of doing that, he's raising unnecessary issues, politicking, forgetting his role as the minister.
Okay, so you think this could... Right, sir. Do you think this could be a political positioning, because it's also, the scrutiny on the government for, for Bengaluru getting saturated, and the government not really having answers when it comes to where do you place investors? Is this also political positioning by the Congress party, sir?
No. The political positioning is not because of Bangalore, because they don't have much representation in that area. Okay. And they don't have much representation because they ignore that area. They're playing communal politics, especially the party in power. They only promote one side of society, and they play politics there, and there's a reaction from people.
Right.
You should ask a reporter to go there, meet all the people and find out what is happening.
Mr. Pai, the Congress guys are blaming, I mean, their inference is to the Hindutva groups. And I know that you also talked about the radicalization that exists, you know, specifically with the existence of groups like SDPI. How do you see, you know, that climate changing, sir? What needs to happen at a societal level to ensure that investors feel far more confident? Not just investors, the society feels safer.
Look, first you must not allow these radical elements from Mallapuram to come inside.
Okay.
Okay? There are foreign elements coming from Kerala. They come across the border every time. They're radical elements. The SDPI want to take over South Kendra district. They're sending radical elements. They're buying property. They're doing many wrong things, getting radical mullahs there and having events. Government must catch them, must not stop them. Must stop them. You must not allow this foreign, outer state elements to come there. Now that has been done because they have been banned. You've not seen much action. So the city has become peaceful. The whole district has become peaceful.
Okay.
And second, what you must do is you must treat everybody with respect. Whenever an event happens where, you know, one community coming from Kerala side is involved with other Hindu community gets the blame. The police don't even act against them when they are violent.
Okay.
And if the Hindus retaliate, they go after them and bash them up. You ask people there, they will tell you. You see the local newspapers, you get all the news. So government must not play communal politics. They must work there to develop. They must build better infrastructure. They must do many things because this state has the second highest quantum of per capita income and GDP. And they got the best educational infrastructure after Bangalore.
Right.
Where is the kind of education infrastructure in North Karnataka, in other places? This Hubli, this South Kendra and Udupi district have got the best. They got some 10 medical colleges, largest medical colleges there. Largest concentration of colleges for any district apart from Bangalore is there. The 50,000 students studying there. I mean, the human resource potential is very, very rich.
Okay.
And there is no trouble on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so all of this is possibly just a perception. Last question to you, Mr. Pai. What is your favorite thing about Dakshin Kannada? Something that it's very personal to you?
My favorite thing is the good people, the highly educated people. They're good people, they're proactive people. They're stuck in a rut because they're not together to work to develop the place. We started working there many years ago, created a document for South Kendra. We asked them to take the lead. There's no leadership there to take the lead. Only now Capital Chauta is come, is doing a great job. You can see what all is doing for infrastructure. Now Rohit Bhatt has come, is doing a great job. I've been going there for 20 years and talking to local leadership. They all come for meetings, sit down, have tea and coffee, say yes and go away. They don't do anything. Only now we are seeing, Rohit Bhatt and others do well in the last 2 years. And the minister came there. They had a big event. He was very positive. He made good statements. I don't know what happened to him to make all these kind of statements. He must be very cautious of making this statement because people are trying to label the district. Because once you lose, you should not play politics with people's lives. I mean, all the medical colleges and all the, colleges there, they're getting 60% of students from outside that place. Why will students come there? Tell me.
Okay, absolutely.
So much of trouble. Why will parents from all over the country send their young children there to live in hostels and go about the city? Right? So I think this is political posturing which must stop. Okay. See, Karnataka government is not doing its job today. We are seeing much growth and development in industry in Tamil Nadu.
Right.
And Karnataka government is not investing enough in Bangalore because the freebie culture, communal politics, caste politics.
You're saying Tamil Nadu's DMK government is doing better than the Congress government in Karnataka?
Industry.
Okay.
In industry, not in services. They're trying to catch up in services.
Okay.
Services, Bangalore is still growing because the momentum and the inertia. But when you look at new deals coming, a lot of it is going to Hyderabad, some of it is going to Tamil Nadu, which is worrisome. It used to come here because the bad PR and the bad experience of people here with traffic jams and all that. Okay. See, what the government doesn't understand is, we have got 60 lakh people working in Bangalore out of 1.3 crore people.
Okay.
The payroll is 60 lakhs. They say 70 lakhs. I'm taking 60 lakhs. All right. We got 26 lakh techies. Highest concentrated technology people for any city in the world.
Right. So several concerns you've raised, Mr. Pai. I think, these are important questions that policymakers should also be thinking about. Thank you, Mr. Pai. Thank you so much for joining us and bringing that much needed perspective on that debate that has made all of us think on the future of Dakshin Kannada. Thank you, Mr. Pai. Thank you, Mr. Ponnana, for speaking to NDTV, for your time. Do you see this, whatever Mr. Kharge said, do you see this as reality? Do you see this as blame game? Is the government acknowledging a real investor concern here, or is it, like the BJP says, effectively shifting responsibility for slow investment just because the region's socio-political climate is a little different?
No, we are not saying that there is no investment. We are talking about lack of investor confidence in areas where there is some kind of tension and there is some kind of, social unrest, if that's the right word, which obviously is something the investor is worried about, right? So you need a climate, you need a conducive atmosphere to set up business. And if you're talking about the coastal area, it is large business and large investments for people to come in. Obviously, the atmosphere has to be more than satisfactory. And we know where the laboratories of the politics, divisive politics runs in Karnataka state. And that is worrying the investors. It's the feedback of the investors, which is not a political statement. It is an administrative concern that the ministers expressed.
Right. So would you largely blame the various religious groups that exist there? Because, we've seen various controversies, instances of violence and also instances of, the hijab protest and all of that. Does the primary responsibility of fixing all of this, doesn't it lie squarely with the state government, sir?
It does. Of course it does. But the fact remains, I am not going to point fingers at a particular incident. The fact remains that there are certain areas where there is higher levels of moral policing and that kind of political atmosphere. We must accede to this, that the government is taking steps to set it right. We have brought law and order into focus. Those are all matters which is being addressed by the state government. But what now the investor expresses is, now if somebody expresses that going to a certain nation, a certain other country on a holiday is not conducive because of the political atmosphere they're created by certain groups or created by whoever. What is wrong with it? I mean, this is the feedback, and we will work on this feedback and take necessary measures to ensure that investor confidence is restored in these areas as well.
Right. Mr. Ponnana, the BJP is saying that this is unfair communal profiling of a place like Dakshin Kannada, and that all of this is politically driven because there are Hindutva groups there, and it's because this region has voted for the BJP. Do you see any truth in that?
Look, BJP, I don't blame BJP for the way they react, because they know nothing else except politics. We are looking at something larger than politics. We are looking at development. We are looking at ensuring investor confidence in every part of Karnataka, including the areas referred to by the Honorable Minister. But the fact remains, and we must all accede to this so that we can do better, that there are certain parts of Karnataka where there is a kind of tension related to the nature of politics that has gone on over a period of time, that law-abiding good citizens who want to invest there from outside, especially from outside, will be concerned. I don't understand why BJP reacts to these things every time by making politics out of it. Obviously, that's how they cater to their vote bank, I guess. But this is not politics. This is purely about ensuring Karnataka gets best investment. We have a beautiful long coastline, whether it's the areas of Karwar, Dakshin Kannada, Uttar Kannada, and this must be put to best use.
Absolutely.
In the context, when we speak to some investor and if he expresses certain concerns that he cannot probably set up a 24/7 restaurant or something like that, we must accept this and move forward and ensure that investors have confidence in.
But Mr. Ponnana, when a minister says that if you're wearing jeans, you need securities, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, because we've all gone to Bangalore. I know, we all remember what happened in the 90s. It was extremely scary, concerning, but things have changed, isn't it?
They've changed. I'm sure they've changed, but we must change further. You see, there are still incidents where during New Year's Eve, during Christmas Eve, these celebrations by young people, social gangs and groups have barged into these kind of areas and tried to force themselves. So these things have happened, and then if you look at the whole landscape and the demography, you'll realize this happens more in certain parts of Karnataka.
Okay, and I know...
And obviously, that is something that the investors will take note of. I don't blame them for it. I don't blame the minister for having flagged this. Perhaps is the use of language could have been a little different.
Yeah, but Mr. Ponnanna, one of my last questions to you, sir. We've all seen and loved Mumbai, the example of Mumbai. Cities like Mumbai have also seen those periods of serious unrest. We've seen what happened in '93. But, there is immense political, social will that makes coastal cities rise and shine, isn't it? So what is it that coastal Karnataka needs to do so that investors also feel that the situation there is being firmly handled?
No, coastal, see, it is not the people. Right? People are absolutely wonderful. Nobody can point fingers at the people of Uttar Karnataka or...
So who are you holding responsible, sir? Is it certain groups?
Yeah, it is certain extreme groups. I don't want to point fingers because it's not the...
will you hold it? Will you hold both sides responsible, sir? Because, one side says it's the other side's radicalization.
They are all... Both sides are of the two faces of the same coin.
Right.
You see, they feed off each other. Every kind of extremism feeds off the other kind of extremism. It's both extreme, right? Extreme wingers who feed off each other, who cause all these problems. One can't live without each other, without the other.
Right.
So we don't, when you point fingers, you don't point at one group. You are pointing at everybody who believes in fascist ideology.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Ponnanna. I think that's a very important point, and I agree with you. Appreciate you joining us and responding to the questions around investor confidence and, of course, the future of coastal Karnataka. Thank you so much, Mr. Ponnanna, for joining us.
Thank you.
So that was advisor to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, A.S. Ponnanna, speaking to NDTV on the future of Dakshin Kannada and also on the controversy centered around Priyank Khadge, the minister's statements on what is stalling investors from investing in Dakshin Kannada. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Signature, India's #1 camera phone. Grab Motorola Signature today.
United Nations chief says, and I quote, the Year of the Horse celebrates a symbol of energy and courage to forge ahead, qualities we urgently need as we confront conflict, inequality, climate chaos. Let's continue to advance our commitment to peace, dignity and sustainable development for all.
Made in US, Malaysia.
Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933.
बरसों से सरसों।
Across the fault lines of AI and geopolitics, he is shaping how the world responds to its most transformative force. Meet Chris Lehan at the NDTV In.AI Summit on the NDTV network in partnership with Startup Policy Forum.
From 1983 to now, I have seen cricket evolve, but the mindset to win never changed. I tell you that what win matches and what doesn't. This T20 World Cup. Let's talk cricket, controversies and more on NDTV.
This is not a regular promo. This script is written by AI. The visuals you are watching are created by AI. The logo, the design, all AI generated. even this voice isn't human. Because if we're talking about the future, we can't explain it the old way. AI is no longer arriving. It's already here. Understand what AI really means for society, for business, and for you.
मेड इन इंडिया क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल. इट इज आवर फ्लैगशिप ऑयल.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं. इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से.
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी.
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में. पी मार्क द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933.
बरसों से सरसों.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Rawat, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
He is transforming AI from code into voice and from technology into experience. Meet Marty Staniszewski at the NDTV In.AI Summit, 18 February on the NDTV network in partnership with Startup Policy Forum.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict